It's written, a great multitude, when they had heard what great things he did, came unto him. This is saying not just in the Galilee region, but all around outside. They wouldn't turn up if it wasn't something that they needed. Healing. If you were to look down from a height, you could see all these roads, chocker of people coming towards it, like blood through arteries towards the heart.
Yeah.
The Sea of Galilee is heart-shaped, strangely.
This whole region, looking at 100 miles at its furthest point, so that's like a 5-day journey.
Yeah.
This isn't the day of the internet. This isn't the day of SMS text messaging. This isn't the day of instant news. So his withdrawal has been a gradual thing which has enabled news to travel across this region, like the old jungle drums, telegraph pole to telegraph pole, bouncing along there. It's quite amazing.
It is, and you can tell that how many people were here, because in verse 9, and he spake to his disciples that a small ship should wait on him because of the multitude, lest they should throng him. So there potentially was a lot of danger of being bull rushed at certain stages.
You have already alluded to that he had his getaway car ready for him and waiting.
That's right.
Was a good indication of his forward thinking and his planning in relation to this, I suppose. I also find it interesting, just as we dial back a tiny bit to Tyre and Sidon, is Tyre and Sidon are mentioned by Jesus in the Gospel of Luke, and I think it's a couple of the other Gospels or a couple of the synoptics, but I've taken the Gospel of Luke as my reference here. When he says, woe unto thee Chorazin, woe unto thee Bethsaida, for if the mighty works had been done in Tyre and Sidon, which had been done in you, they had a great while ago repented, sitting in sackcloth and ashes. But it will be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the judgment than for you. And thou, Capernaum, which I exalted to heaven, shall be thrust down to hell.
Wow.
So clearly, while the works that drew these crowds into him were great works, they weren't as great as he did elsewhere.
Yeah.
And he uses Tyre and Sidon as a template to say, these guys flocked to me, and I didn't do the stuff in them as I've done in you lot.
Right.
Back into verse 9, that a small ship should wait on him. We touched on a small ship when we looked at Mark 1 verse 19, and we talked about the description of that first century fishing boat that was found in 1986 near Tiberias on the western shore of the Sea of Galilee. It can be seen in the museum in Kibbutz Ginasar near north of Tiberias, referred to as the Jesus boat.
Would it be lovely to know
The Jesus
if that was
boat
one?
or the Sea of Galilee boat. It gives you an idea of the type of size of the thing, about 27 foot long and about 7.5 foot wide, and could be rowed by 4 rowers and had a mast for a sail. That's not a big boat.
No, but if that is similar to the one that we're talking about, it can get very close to the shore and would be a perfect platform for him to talk from to those on the land.